Following the review of iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro, many of our subscribers asked us a very interesting question. I have seen many tech reviews and most recommend iPhone 12 and 12 Pro. Would buying the iPhone SE, XR or iPhone 11 be a big mistake in 2020? As iPhones have gotten better and better every year, they have now reached a stage where they are primarily addressing the needs of the pro users. iPhone 12 clearly has some fantastic features, ranging from the LiDAR camera to the new design to Smart HDR3, and we can go around that list. The real question is, for your usage, do you really need all these features? And do you really need to spend more than US $700 to get an iPhone 12? Apple has retained iPhone SEs from $399, XR at $499, and iPhone 11 at $599. So let's look at the cameras of iPhone SE, XR, iPhone 11, iPhone 12, and iPhone 12 Pro. Overall, if we were to compare the iPhone models on the Apple website, there are lots and lots of details. So let's simplify this and focus on the real big differences across the iPhone models from SE all the way to iPhone Pro Max. Look at the details and the colors on this picture. The good quality image processing along with the portrait background on this one. And this good landscape shot. And the big surprise, these pictures were not shot on iPhone 12 but instead on the entry-level iPhone SE. You get lots of good stuff with the entry-level cameras on iPhone. You get a 12MP camera, optical image stabilization, portrait mode, portrait lighting with Smart HDR, and a good solid 7MP FaceTime camera. The entry-level iPhone is pretty good at video. You can do 4K at 60 FPS, you can do slow-mo all the way down to 240 FPS, and then of course you still have time-lapse. To simplify stuff, while looking at any camera, you're looking at three different things. Firstly, clarity, which is about having good autofocus, high resolution with details, and good colors. Next, you want some depth to your photos so that you can create the artistic depth of field and bokeh effects. And three, now you're also looking at good image processing. The modern cameras have the ability to take multiple photos, go pixel by pixel, and combine to create the best possible shot for you. iPhone SE and XR have very similar cameras. You get a good solid 12MP camera. It does 4K video, slow-mo all the way to 240 FPS, and time-lapse. And you also get a reasonable 7MP front camera. Moving to iPhone 11, firstly, it has two rear cameras, the wide and the ultra-wide. That gives you 2x optical zoom, and it has the night mode on the wide camera. You get the 2x optical zoom on the video as well, but beyond that, it's essentially the same kind of video performance that you would expect from XC and XR. And finally, with iPhone 11, you also get an upgraded 12MP front camera. Moving to the two-camera system of iPhone 12 and 12 mini, you get the same optical 2x zoom, but on 12 and 12 mini you also get night mode on all cameras. iPhone 12 and 12 mini get two major upgrades when it comes to the video quality. Firstly, the Dolby Vision, which is the very first time it has been introduced on any smartphone camera. And two, you also get night mode time-lapse. Similarly, the front camera gets an upgrade. Beyond the 12MP, you also get HDR video as well as night mode photographs. Now with iPhone 12 Pro, things start to get even more interesting. Firstly, it has three rear cameras plus a LiDAR sensor, and that creates a huge difference. The LiDAR sensor provides iPhone 12 Pro with the information on the distance that each object is from the camera. And that is very useful, not just for augmented reality, but also for your photos and videos. So overall, with the 3-camera system, you get a 4x optical zoom instead of the 2x on iPhone 12. And with the LiDAR sensor, The photos, especially in the night, get a lot better with night mode portrait. When it comes to video, you also get to do Dolby Vision now at 60 fps, allowing you to do more slow-mo shots. And then the front camera, essentially the same as it is on iPhone 12. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has a 47% larger sensor than iPhone 12 Pro. Now, that essentially allows a lot more light to come in, which improves the low light performance even further. You also get a 5x optical zoom instead of the 4x on iPhone 12 Pro. When it comes to the video, you get the same performance as you would get on iPhone 12 Pro, plus the benefits of the larger sensor and the sensor shift stabilization. The front camera on iPhone 12 Pro Max is essentially the same as the one on the 12 Pro and the 12 and 12 mini. Now, having gone through the main camera features of iPhone SE all the way to iPhone 12 Pro Max, let's simplify things further. Overall, even with the starting iPhone SE and XR, you get pretty good photos when it comes to the daytimes. In fact, with all the great features that come in with iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro and iPhone 12 Pro Max, your daytime photographs would only improve marginally. The big difference though is in the nighttime or the low light performance. With iPhone SE and XR, you just don't have the night mode. iPhone 11 provides you night mode with the main camera. And then the night mode gets far better with iPhone 12 and 12 mini, and it gets even better with iPhone 12 Pro and the larger sensor of iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now, moving to the video. When it comes to the daytime video performance, the starting iPhone SE and XR give you pretty decent performance with 4K recording capabilities. That doesn't change much all the way to iPhone 11. And then you find the big leap forward with iPhone 12 models where you get Dolby Vision HDR. Now, when it comes to the night or low light videos, on the left from iPhone SE, XR and iPhone 11, you just don't get much of night video performance. If you're looking at low light or night videos, you should look at the iPhone 12 series, starting with iPhone 12 and 12 mini and going all the way to iPhone 12 Pro Max, which has a much larger sensor for low light performance as well as the LiDAR. Finally, let's look at one very important feature, the optical zoom. With iPhone SE and XR, there's only one camera and therefore you don't get any optical zoom. With iPhone 11 and 12, you get essentially 2x optical zoom at wide and ultra wide. iPhone 12 Pro takes it to 4x optical zoom, and then iPhone 12 Pro Max gives you 5x optical zoom overall. So now to conclude, based on your camera needs, not wants, but based on your camera needs, let's conclude which is the best recommended iPhone for you. For the typical users who have most of their pictures and videos in either daylight or sufficient indoor lighting, iPhone SE and XR are sufficient. If you're an advanced user who would primarily shoot pictures and videos during the day but needs the occasional benefit of low light pictures, then going for iPhone 11 would probably be the best choice. Now, if you're a real professional user where you really need high quality low light pictures and you need the Dolby Vision videos, then the right camera to go would be the iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 mini. If you need even better night performance with the LiDAR, you could consider iPhone 12 Pro, and then for the professional filmmakers, iPhone 12 Pro Max is certainly the best bet. For more such unbiased reviews and for the latest on tech and travel, subscribe to our channel Tech and Travel.